Mm-hmm.
Instead of something that I don't know, like is a surprise. Is that kind of like the mentality of this defense? Is like, yeah, we expect to perform, we expect for everybody to do their job, rather than oh my god, like this is what happens when we do it. Like it's not a shock.
Yeah, it's not a shock. It's especially a great example of that is Bray Hubbard. You know, he comes in day in and day out. Haven't seen many reps this season, but he always prepared like a pro, and always following the footsteps of the people in front of him. And you seen him ball out Saturday. Yeah.
How would you assess kind of your guys' ability to rush the passer and to get in the backfield? I mean, how has that improved over the past week?
One thing I always preach to my guys is just pass rushing is just effort. You got to have that one-two factor. You know what I'm saying? You just got to go get it. You know, and I think for the most part we always rush with that mindset.
Is that something that's for younger guys? Is that inherent like when upon arrival, or is that something that needs to be taught?
It depends on who you are. You know, if you really understand, I don't think you need to be taught that. But little old me when I first got here, it had to be taught.
What about
You know.
players?
Oh, you don't got to teach that to him. yeah, you ain't got to teach it to him. Yeah, no, for sure.
So what's that next step in terms of like cutting it loose for this defense? Like, especially in an atmosphere like LSU, like you guys are heading into. What's kind of like that next step as a defense that you want to, I guess, continue from the success you guys had again?
Obviously, just knowing that we're going into a hostile environment, and just making sure we know like our assignment and doing it well. And I think that's always a huge part. Like I said earlier, everybody doing their assignment is going to get you further than just one person making one huge play. You know what I'm saying?
Are y'all getting more comfortable at this point, like in the scheme and in just as a unit? Is that comfort, I guess, showing up on the field right now?
You can say that, yes, sir.
Yeah.
No problem.
Coach Houston and Coach Robinson said yesterday that the Tide had their backs against the wall, pretty much, coming out the bye week, margin for error was small, just in the final quarter of the season. Can you just talk about that back against the wall mentality, and just elaborate on that a little bit, like the coach talking about?
Unfortunately, we didn't perform how we wanted to. The two losses that we had. So now, in order to get to where we want to be, at our backs against the wall, we can't afford to have any more errors, and that is on all forms on all sides of the ball, whether it's offense, special teams, and defense. We got to be perfect in everything we do, and make sure we try to close out every game with a win.
What do you think the defense has learned about itself the last 2 weeks?
Like I said, it's just trust. Making sure you just knowing that the guy next to you is going to do his job, and just coming to terms with it. And I think that helped us make a lot of plays this past Saturday.
Coach DeBoer talked about after the game the defense sort of going from being on its heels to being attacking. Can you sense that change too?
Oh, 1,000%. Like the comfortability and doing your plays and executing it is always going to be a huge thing, especially when you know that you got Quandarrius on the other side of the field, dropping and catching picks. That allows Jihad to feel comfortable rushing because he trusts Rusar's going to do his job.
When did that sort of start to develop or click in your mind, that trust factor?
And it's always a work in progress. Just like anything we do in life, and it's probably 100% right at the beginning of the season. Now it's 120. So yeah. It was just given to me. I think when I was a freshman there, I asked for like 11, 22, or 33. I just like the double-digit numbers like that. But they gave me 34, and I never complained about it. Yeah. I didn't really care. I mean, your jersey numbers ain't really a big thing of mine, but I just rock with it. I just made it my number. Yeah, for sure.
What have you seen in Quandarrius and James Smith this season?
Say it again, I'm sorry.
What have you seen in Quandarrius and James Smith this season?
Obviously, James Smith, a huge contributor to our pass rush defense, and the kid got a high motor, pretty quick on his feet to be a big guy. And Quandarrius is just one of those guys that's just a know-it-all. He knows what to do. He studies the offense, the other team's offense pretty well to know and guess what they're going to do for the next couple plays. So those two guys have been tremendous players for us, and will continue to be those guys here in the future.
Give new guys like Parker a heads up on what it's going to be like on LSU?
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, we let all the guys know. We talked about it. I think yesterday we were just saying how like it's gonna be loud, man. It's gonna be a whole bunch of people that just hate you, and I think it might be worse than Tennessee Stadium. Yeah.
He said Tennessee was the loudest he's ever heard of. Does you kind of tell him to get ready for a little bit more?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I told him to get ready for everything.
Is there like a picture that comes to your mind when you think of like playing at Tiger Stadium, like a play or an atmosphere?
I think the play that stands out to me is probably the one-handed catch of Devontae Smith on Derek Stingley. Yeah, that's probably like the most, outstanding play that comes to my mind.
How loud was it then?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. That joint was pretty dope. Just watching, I ain't gonna lie, just watching Smitty that whole season was just crazy, just to witness, even that practice, bro. So like, I was just like a kid in a store full of candy, man, just taking it all in. Indeed. Good.
Appreciate you.
No problem.